Welcome back. In the last topic, we were discussing about the compound stress, compound or in a composite bars of the we can able to identify the stresses and we can able to find the load or a change in length. So now we're going to discuss about the temperature stresses in a single bar. So how we going to identify the temperature stresses in a single bar? So if a bar is held between two unyielding rigid supports and its temperature is raised, then a compressive stress is developed in the bar as its free thermal expansion is prevented by the rigid supports. So similarly, if the temperature is reduced, then the tensile stress is developed in the bar as its free thermal contraction is prevented by the rigid supports. So let us consider the bar with the diameter d and the length L and the rigidity L between the two supports as I am going to shown in the figure. So let alpha be the coefficient of linear expansion of the bar and the temperature is raised by the delta T, that is in the degree Celsius. Where you can able to see both ends has been fixed. This is the fixed end and this is also the fixed end. So where this is the L and the alpha L, that is coefficient of thermal expansion into the delta, that is into the delta L is nothing but change in temperature with respect to the length. So that is free thermal expansion in the bar is nothing but alpha into delta into T, that temperature into the length. Where E is the modulus of velocity, you can able to see the both at the fixed end when the diameter is between this is the diameter where D, alpha is nothing but a thermal coefficient expansion. Now free thermal expansion in the bar is, that is alpha is delta into T into L. Since the supports both the ends are fixed or rigid, the final length of the bar does not change. Why the final end of the bar does not change? Because both the ends have been fixed. So there is no any chances of expansion or extending that particular bar. So the fixed ends express with the compressive, here no tensile force will be act. Only in the both the fixed ends the exert compressive force on the bar, so to cause the shortening on the bar. Now the length will not be increased, only the width will be shortening here by the bar, that is about by the thermal expansion in the bar, that is alpha into delta T into L. Hence the compressive stresses we got now. Hence the compressive strain in the bar is nothing but change in length by stress. Strain is nothing but in any bar is nothing but change in length by original length. So now because of the free thermal expansion, the bar has been changed to this thermal expansion in the bar, that is alpha into delta L, that is in the change in length by original length. Original is nothing but what is the initial length we have before this thermal expansion. Now the compressive stress is nothing but alpha into delta, that is change in temperature with respect to the modulus of velocity, and the thermal stresses in the bar will be again the thermal coefficient of expansion into the change in temperature with respect to the Young's modulus. So this is how we can able to identify the stresses and strains in the both the fixed end in the by the help of the thermal expansion of the particular bar. So that is what we have seen in a single bar. Now we are going to discuss about temperature stresses in a composite bar. So the composite bar is nothing but having a two bars will be having with the materials perfectly joined together with the two different materials. So we will be having two bars. The bars are made up of with the two different materials perfectly joined together, so that the temperature change both bars expands or contract by the same amount. Even the bars are made up of by the two different materials, but during the joining process both the temperature of the both the bars expands or the contracts with the same amount of temperature expansion or a contraction takes place with the same amount, since the coefficient of expansion of the bar will be different in thermal stresses. See, the temperature will be same in the both the bars will be same amount, but the coefficient of expansion of the bars will be in the different in the thermal stresses developed by the both the bars. So now we need to identify the thermal stresses, what the thermal stresses developed by the different two bars, two different materials made up of the bars. Now consider a composite bar of different materials with a coefficient of expansion and the modulus of elasticity as alpha 1 indicates that E1 is nothing but a modulus of velocity, alpha 2 is nothing but a modulus of velocity of the second material, and the E is nothing but a modulus of velocity of the both at the for the two different materials. For this will be the alpha 1 and E1 will be the material 1, alpha 2 and E2 will be for the material 2. Let the temperature of the bar is raised from alpha, that is change in temperature, and alpha 1 it will be greater than to the alpha 1 is greater than the alpha 2. 2. Now we can able to see this is the area A1 and A2 for the both the rigidly bars, alpha 1 and E1 for material 1, alpha 2 and E2 for the material 2, and you can able to see the thermal expansion, that is alpha 1 into change in temperature with respect to length, alpha 2 into delta into TL, that is change in temperature with respect to temperature with respect to length, and this the delta L is nothing but change in length with the original length, where L is nothing but an original length. Now to find the free expansion in bar 1, that is alpha 1 into delta L, and the free expansion in the bar 2 is nothing but alpha 2 into delta TL. Since both the bars expand by delta L is nothing but whenever both the bars expand, the change in length will takes place together. Change in length together we have the following conditions. So the bar 1 will be having a delta L, that is delta is lesser than the alpha 1, that is the change in length will be less than the expansion in bar 1. So the bar gets now compressed, and the resulting is the compressive stress will be developed here, because the change in length is lesser than the expansion in the bar. So that is the reason. So it doesn't allow the tensile stress. Here only the compressive stress takes place in the expansion of bar 1. So similarly, when you come to the bar 2, the change in length is greater than the expansion in the bar. So what happens here, the expansion takes place in the form of tensile. So in the bar 2, whenever it stretches, resulting the tensile stress will be developed. Here in the bar 1 only the compressive stress, because it doesn't have any elaboration or expansion state there. So only it forms in the compressive, because the change in length is greater than the expansion in the bar. But similarly, in the here the change in length is greater than the bar 2, so that is the reason the tensile stress takes place here. Now to write the compressive strain in the bar 1, how we can able to write, that is when you can able to write the compressive strain in bar 1, that is E1 will be equal to alpha 1 into, that is change in temperature L into, that is dL by L. So expansion in bar 1 minus change in length by original length. So I will repeat once again, compressive strain in a bar 1 will be strain, that is for bar 1, expansion free expansion in bar 1 minus change in length divided by original length. So similarly here, tensile strain in bar 2 is strain 2, that is change in length minus expansion of bar of material 2 divided by L. So by combining both the strains, that is compressive strain in bar 1 and tensile strain in bar 2 will be equal to, we can able to write, that is the equation alpha 1 into with respect to change in expansion of bar 1 minus change in length divided by original length plus change in length minus the free expansion in bar 2 divided by L. So that both the equation we can able to write, that is alpha 1 minus alpha 2 into delta D. So this is the equation that we can able to find out to find the strain in both the compressive to find out the strain in the temperature stresses in a composite bar for two different materials. So we can able to by use this equation, and we can able to identify by using this equation we can able to find this. So this is the equation what we need to use to find out the temperature stresses or temperature stresses along with the strains in a composite bar when the material will be having a two different materials.